Now, I do want to jump into wrestling, but just before we get there, wrestling fans obviously know you primarily for your work in WWE, but you've been working in news, and that's a sports anchor for probably decades now. Did you always plan on getting involved in news and entertainment and all that? How did your journey? Can you talk a little bit about your background, how that journey began?
Well, you know what, Ken? As a kid, I always wanted to be a game show host. That's what I wanted to be.
Really?
I'm still trying to be a game show host. I actually, if you look at me, I look like a game show host, don't
I
I?
see it. I see it.
You see it, right? I always wanted to be a game show host or the guy that says, well, Johnny, you and a guest will be flying round trip. I wanted to be the announcer on a game show. But anyway, I was always, even as a kid, I walked around my house with a microphone, whether it was doing game show stuff or pretending I was Mean Gene Okerlund from WWE. I always wanted to be a broadcaster, and that's what I knew what I wanted to be from the time, high school to college. I always, I hosted, talent shows and live shows, and in college, I joined the radio stations and the TV stations, and it was always something I knew I wanted to do, and I was laser focused on it. One thing leads to another, and you end up in various places where you don't think you'd ever be. But sure enough, that's where I ended up as a sports guy, a news guy, living out my dream here in WWE. So, it all worked out for the way I wanted it, but I've never hosted that game show. And I got to do it. I pitch WWE on game shows all the time. And I'm ready to roll, man. If you could help me out, Ken, let me know, man. I got to be a game show host one of these days.
We're definitely gonna have to send that beacon out. Get a little groundswell going, because honestly, you would be perfect for it. So, hey, just the way you present, I could totally see it.
I have an idea. I want to do a WWE game show called a Holy Matrimony, where it's a game show where all the married couples in WWE, almost like you might be too young, but it's almost like the old Newlywed Game.
Yep.
Where the wife has to answer questions about the husband, and the husband comes in and has to see if he can match up the same answers. And I thought, boy, wouldn't it be great if we had Miz and Maurice and Edge and Beth Phoenix and Montez and Bianca Belair and people like that. You have them on a game show, and you got a lot of trash talk, maybe use some physicality too. But I think that would be something fun that the WWE universe would love. So I'm still trying to pitch it, man. And again, it's all very self-centered. It gets me to host a game show. So
yeah, but it would definitely be entertaining, and obviously with WWE Network and Peacock and all the various,
absolutely
huge YouTube platform, excuse me. And there's plenty of places where that would be perfect.
Yeah, I thought Valentine's Day would be a good day to break it out, but I'm still working on it. And now you have so many married couples in WWE: Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch.
Yeah,
Corey and Carmella.
Johnny and Candace. There's so
Johnny
many.
and Candace. I mean, we could certainly have some great game shows with those folks, and it writes itself. But I'm going to keep pitching. Persistence is the way to go, and I'll keep pitching it until somebody hears me, and we'll put it on. It'll be great. But you'll be the first. You could say you heard about it first right here.
We've got the scoop right here on Armbars and Sidebars. Thank you so much. But seriously, I hope that does happen. Now,